I'm at SaaStr Europa, and in this building there are a ton of sponsors looking to scan my badge. The question is, how will they follow up with me? And what is the right way to follow up with an event lead? Could you do me a favor and scan my badge? Could you do me a favor and scan my badge? Can I win something with this? Could you do me a massive favor and scan my badge? What's up folks, it has been 3 weeks since I had this badge right here scanned 17 times at SaaStr Europa. And I can officially confirm that 7 of those 17 companies followed up with me. And what I'd love to do is show you what they sent me. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. Not a single one of these companies targets content creators, what I do. And all I did was ask them to scan my badge. There was no conversation, there was no context for the follow-up. So, this video is not a critique, it is not a review, and it is not a fair assessment of the real follow-up that any of these companies might have sent to an actual good fit lead. Now with that said, let's dive in and see what we got sent following SaaStr. So in total, we got 16 emails from the 7 companies that followed up with us following the event. So this first email was sent to me on the 8th of June on the Thursday, inviting me to a happy hour. Hi Will, great connecting with you at SaaStr Europa. Thanks for stopping by our booth. We're hosting a gathering in London and would love you to join us this Thursday, 8th of June. We'll share cocktails and conversation in the cocktail lounge at Century Club, a private members club in Half-Star. And then it shared the event details. So this event sounds pretty good, and if I was still in London at the time, I'd probably attend this. The next email was sent on the Sunday following the event, so 4 days after the event finished. Sunday's an interesting time to send this. This is a marketing email trying to invite me to a webinar series about compliance. I don't work in compliance, I don't work in security, so I would never ever attend this event. Let's take a look at another one. Okay, so again, I've been subscribed to a marketing list by looks of things because my badge was scanned. This one here was sent to me on Tuesday, June 13th at 6 a.m. And this one here is inviting me to a live virtual demo of their product. It's a product that helps companies hire, manage, talent anywhere in the world. Again, as someone who's not a manager or owner of a company, I'm not sure this would be very relevant to me. However, some of the leads that maybe drop by the booth may show interest in this demo, so it is a good way to try and convert some event leads. Probably the lightest touch they could have sent me after the event. This one's from an individual. This was sent on Wednesday, June 14th, so 1 week after the final day of the event. Hi Will, it was great to meet you at SaaStr. Did you find that your putting skills and your SaaS stack were up to par? I like that, that's a funny joke. This booth had a putting range that you could test and win a potential piece of swag, a prize essentially at the event. I'm sure lots of exhibitors will be following up with you, like we are. Not that many actually. As far as canned emails go, it's pretty good. I'm assuming most people whose badge got scanned at this booth did have a go on the putting range, even if I didn't. It's funny, it's relevant, and because it's very heavily tied to the event, it's actually relevant to almost everyone who attended. It looks like this company is designed to help other companies purchase SaaS tools. Assuming that I purchase any kind of SaaS, this is actually relevant to me as an individual in content. I may actually look into more about this. Next, this one was shared by a marketing team Wednesday, June 14th, so exactly 1 week after the event ended. Are you noticing a theme? I think this is when a lot of companies choose to follow up from the event 1 week later. This is a marketing email giving me updates on their product, inviting me to a couple of different webinars, and just giving me general updates from the company. The email is very product centric. It's not going to move me along any unless I was actually seriously considering this product. Let's see what's next. So this is a second email from one of the earlier companies who sent me a message. In this one, they're sharing a free security checklist. I guess that might be relevant. I could forward it to someone at my company, but I'm definitely not the individual who would actually purchase this. This one was sent exactly 1 week following the event as well. This next one was sent Thursday, June 15th, so that's 8 days following the end of the event, and it is again about security. This one is sent by the same company who sent me some of their product updates. In this one, they're sharing some updates, some webinars, and some resources for building cybersecurity. Again, if I was the right person at my company for this, I might care. This one was sent to me on Friday, June 16th, which is 9 days after the end of the event now. This looks like a monthly newsletter about purchasing SaaS. It's from the same company that sent me the SaaS vendor guide earlier. It's providing me with a monthly newsletter, which I assume I'm going to be subscribed to until I unsubscribe. I do like newsletters, so I would love to actually have a quick browse of this. The cold open is all about pricing, so this seems to be the theme for this newsletter of the month. Inside the month is that sales software now accounts for over a quarter of total SaaS spend. That's things like Lavender, Gong, Outreach, SalesLoft. This one's actually relevant to me. I'm interested in this stuff as someone who sells SaaS, markets SaaS, so I'm actually gonna stay subscribed to this one. All right, let's take another look. This one was shared on the same day, June 16th, Friday, 9 days after the event. Hello, Will, wondering how to unlock the power of the everywhere workforce? It's easier than you think. Not that relevant to me. Another one on Friday, June 16th, third follow-up from the security company that I mentioned earlier. They're really hammering me. In 1 week from the end of the event, they've sent me 3 separate emails. That's a lot of touches. If I wasn't reviewing these, I probably would have already unsubscribed. Oh, here's one. So it's sent on Monday, June 19th. That's almost 2 weeks after the event. At this point, I think that's a little bit too long to wait to follow up with an event lead. I might actually be attending a new event this week. I think the sweet spot follow up event leads is probably anywhere from 1 to 9 days after the event has ended. What does it say? Great to meet you at SaaStr. Explore our 4 go-to EMEA guides packed with actionable advice to help you win at hiring in any climate. Okay, so this is like a resource share. They're giving me blogs, videos, guides. In the email, they do have a photo of their booth at the event, which may visually jog someone's memory about stopping by that booth, which I quite like actually. It's sent by the company, not by an individual. It looks like a HR software. If I was part of the relevant audience for this company, this could convert me. All right, another one now. This one was sent on Tuesday, June 20th, which is exactly 2 weeks after the first day of the event. I will say that's, again, quite high frequency of sends, especially for marketing emails directly from the company. I'd probably be unsubscribing at this point. So here's one that was sent by a rep 14 days, exactly 2 weeks after the last day of the event, and it's from the same company that sent me the 2 emails from the company account sending the resources. It's the security company. This one's from a rep though. Hi Will, thank you for stopping by our booth at SaaStr Europa. Our team mentioned that you may be interested in continuing the conversation around how you can help simplify security and privacy compliance for your customers through automation. Okay, so this email is pretty blatantly automated because our team mentioned you may be interested in continuing the conversation around how to help simplify security and privacy compliance. That's a long ass sentence right there, and I didn't actually say that to anyone. All I said was scan my badge, and then I went to the next booth. And then on June 22nd, followed up again. Hi Will, wanted to follow up to see if you're still interested in learning more about and our value add. Feel free to click around our website for more information. Would love to see if we're still a good fit for you. Please feel free to email me with any questions. I'm not a good fit prospect for this product. They've sent me 5 emails within 2 weeks of the end of the event. These 2 emails from the sales rep are blatantly automated, but do not include any way for me to opt out or unsubscribe. Yeah, I think this company is kind of botching the follow-up job. On Thursday, June 15th, at 7:46 a.m., I got an email from a rep saying, Hi Will, you may have stopped by our booth at a conference recently. How was the show? So it actually took me a minute to connect that this is a booth that I stopped by at SaaStr because they didn't mention which conference. Really impressed by your company's performance. I'm not sure you are. You've worked with some major name brands and your partner network is massive. I don't believe this person has looked at my website. If you're gonna try and pretend that you've personalized, call out a couple of names on our website. We have some big brands on there. Sendoso, Demandbase. We work with some leading names in online business services like GoDaddy, Foursquare, Noom. I recognize GoDaddy as a website vendor, but none of these are really that relevant to me or Lavender, as well as names like Pubmatic, Twitch, and Uber. So these are big names, and none of these are startups, so holy buzzwords, I don't have a clue what this company does. I have a $200 Visa gift card for your time. $200? I'm not even a fit for this software. I really don't like this angle of offering people money to meet with you because frankly, an executive probably isn't that interested in $200 because they make more than $200 an hour. You're gonna end up with really unqualified people trying to meet with you. That's not a good marketing technique. Yeah, gift card, we don't like. And then on Friday, June 23rd, that's 2 weeks and 2 days after the end of the event, I've got another one here from the company that helps employees hire abroad, sending me some stats, some insights about executives making long-term international growth a priority. I'm not an executive, I don't really care. I'm not trying to hire abroad, so this isn't very relevant to me. Following up on event leads, we've seen it done a few wrong ways there, a lot of high volume, just adding me to a marketing list. How would I recommend it? Funnily enough, I think the value in events isn't in the follow-up, it's in the prep work. If you're gonna be in an event and you know one of your prospects is gonna be there, that is an easy opportunity to meet that prospect in person. So I believe you should send more emails before the event than afterwards. If you're gonna go to an event and stand by your booth and wait for people to come by, scan their badge, and then follow up with them hoping that they might be interested in your product, you're not gonna get as much money out of events as you'd like. Get the list of attendees. Find a list of good fit prospects, maybe they're already on your prospecting list, maybe they work at your key accounts, and then prospect the crap out of those people around 3 to 1 week ahead of the event. Book a ton of in-person meetings with good fit prospects while you're both in the same place. In-person meetings are so much more valuable than a digital meeting. If you do end up at an event and you are at your booth having conversation, what you're gonna wanna try and do is if you meet a good fit prospect, ask them questions, understand if there's a need for your product, and then try and book the meeting right there at your booth. Then you actually have an active deal cycle. Get the next step, open up your phone, get the meeting on your calendar. The next event I'm going to is SaaStr Annual in San Mateo in California in September. If you're gonna be there, drop a comment. We'll make sure we grab a beer or a coffee, whatever it may be. We're also gonna be throwing a huge party. And even if you're not, subscribe so you can see all the aftermath of whatever content we decide to create at that event as well. Peace, love, lavender.